talk show. For those of you who are new in my connections and new to Grit, just a brief introduction that we are a community-based organization and we have certified international coaches from around the world. You can find them on our portal www.gritcoaches.com. Besides that, we offer certifications with affiliation of NLP as well as DIS certification, and most of our instructors are award-winning and internationally recognized and acclaimed for the wonderful work that they've been doing. We have today with us Neha Arora, another beautiful member of the Grit Coaches community. So she goes by the brand name The Mind Rewired. And we will be asking Neha more about RTT, rapid transformation therapy, because this is something I think a lot of us do not know about, and it's rapidly picking up as well, as the name suggests, rapid transformational therapy. So we will be asking more. We'll be asking Neha more about it. Hello and welcome to the talk show, Neha.
Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
to have you.
Thank you so much, Khadija, for having me here. I'm glad to be here, excited and looking forward to it.
Yes. So Neha, do introduce yourself a bit. How did you start off? You were a corporate trainer. What inspired into RTT, and what is it actually? Is it a tool? Is it a philosophy? Tell us more about it.
So I had been working as a trainer for about 10 years before I got into RTT, and working with people was my thing. But I wanted to impart more instead of just knowledge about a product or a language, because I'd been doing both before. And psychology was my area of interest, and that's why I moved to RTT when COVID hit in 2020. Talking about what it is a set of tools. First of all, it's a therapy that harnesses the most powerful potential on the planet, that's our own mind. And this technique was developed by Marissa Peer, who is a UK based therapist. And RTT uses and combines elements from hypnotherapy, NLP, and CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. And it helps clients to discover the origin of their beliefs and behaviors, unlike any other talk therapy. And we go back to finding the root cause of their problem instead of just working with the problem.
Yes. So Neha, is it a prerequisite to have a background of psychology if somebody wants to take RTT?
In my knowledge, it is not, because what we learned as part of the course was just tools and techniques that we could use, standalone techniques to help our clients move from survival to thrival mode, I would say. And the technique is super powerful. We work with the subconscious mind. It involves hypnosis. So I take my clients back and regress them back to experiences where they developed those certain beliefs. So it is very powerful in that way. And it's the subconscious mind that, governs most of our lives. 95% of our life is governed by our subconscious mind. We do not realize that though, but the breathing, the heartbeat, the blinking of the eyes, everything is controlled by the subconscious.
Yes. So Neha, what does your typical client look like?
So clients, Khadija, though, who come to me are clients who have tried and tested different approaches of getting rid of their issues that they're coming with to me. And because of not being able to find a solution, they come to me. Most of the clients I work with are clients with confidence, self-esteem issues, having anxiety issues, stress, addictions, anger management, OCD, to name a few, procrastination, and several health issues as well.
So, okay, so these are the challenges they're mostly facing. So anxiety, to what level can you what level of anxiety are you able to deal with? Because it does fall into the domain where a psychiatrist might be required and medication might be required. So I'm
Right.
assuming that that would not be your domain then. So at what point do you realize that this person needs medication, or they need to be referred elsewhere?
Okay, so that's an interesting question, Khadija. But as I said,
Mhm.
most of my clients have tried, tested everything, and then they come to me.
Yes.
Some of them have already been to a psychiatrist or psychologist, are on
Okay.
medication, have tried medication, left medication.
Yes.
So all
Yeah.
kinds of people come to me. If they are already on medication, then I am not authorized to ask them to stop any medication or start any medication, because I'm not supposed to do that. That's not my thing.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
as I said, going back, I work with the root cause of the problem. So I have a client who comes to me with anxiety, because we spoke about anxiety. So if somebody comes to me for anxiety, I go back with them to figure out where did the problem begin. So it's interesting that most of the time the problem that they come up with is not the problem. It's a consequence of a deeper problem. uh, and we go back and dig back to find out what is the deeper root cause. Where is the anxiety coming from? Anxiety is symptoms. You feel it in your body. You have high, like you have a uh, you feel that in your stomach. Sometimes people feel that they feel that in their hands, or you have the heartbeat goes up. So different symptoms, but these are all consequences of their emotional problems. And we work on finding those problems and breaking through those problems that are leading to this symptom, for instance. But medications and everything, I don't prescribe them, and I don't take them off medications if they are already on that.
Yes. So, Neha, uh, like something a little unrelated, you can say
Yeah.
that suppose that somebody is going for public speaking. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Just taking a case study, and they're very nervous, and they're
Mm-hmm.
always nervous about it, because let's admit it, a lot of people have fears surrounding, and so many limiting beliefs as well, and whatever we've grown up believing that we might be made fun of and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that you should just totally um, pretend that you're not feeling nervous. You don't need to show it. But is
Correct.
there a way that we can actually feel more confident and not have that anxiety level before?
Uh,
Does can we Is there a way of strengthening the mind, or having control of your nerves, or maybe those fears, because there is a fear when
mm,
which is resulting in the anxiety.
right.
So are there fears that can be overcome when it comes to cases like these through RTT as well?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, Khadija. I've worked with clients for fear of public speaking, and it was very interesting. We can definitely come overcome these fears through RTT, and I would say, because it's rapid transformational therapy, it's 1 to 3 sessions. I've had clients who've quit addictions and overcome these fears in just one session. So I don't see them again. It's just one session, and they're all good to go on stage, speak in the public. Uh, but something very interesting about public speaking is, as you said, that we fear going to that stage and people making fun of us. People say the major fear all of us are facing is the fear of public speaking. However, it's not the fear of public speaking, it's the fear of rejection. We don't want to be rejected. And it's hardwired in our brain, because once upon a time when we lived in tribes, if somebody would reject us, that could mean to that you could die. If a tribe throws you out, you could die. But that doesn't hold true right now. You could stay all by yourself, alone. But once upon a time, back in the day, you could not survive alone. And that's fear of rejection. We don't want to go on the stage, because what if people laugh? What if people make fun of me? What if they don't appreciate me? What we are basically saying is, what if they reject me?
Mm,
And the mind is hardwired for that.
mm,
However, we can overcome that. And one thing that I would like the listeners to know and take away from this is, when they walk onto the stage, you can easily trick your mind. So if you've seen people on the roller coaster, you see them shouting, right?
mm.
When they're on a roller coaster. But do you know if they're shouting out of excitement or shouting out of fear?
Yes, this is again something very interesting because I've had seen these little boys,
Mm,
and they're so excited to be on the front seat, you can say, and
mm.
then they're shouting as well, and they seem really excited. And sometimes one wonders, were they afraid or not? So were they
Absolutely.
afraid or not?
Absolutely. So the best thing is you can easily trick your mind into this because the mind doesn't understand the difference between nervousness and excitement. It's the same feeling in your stomach.
Hmm.
So the moment when you're nervous and you keep saying that I'm nervous, you feel more of it. But you can
Hmm.
easily trick your mind by saying I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited.
Hmm.
The physical symptoms are the
Super
same.
trick.
So next time you walk on the stage, say I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it. I want this, I love this, and that would help. That would definitely have.
Yes.
I've tried this myself. It's all most of my clients have tried this, and it's not just about public speaking. It could be just anything.
Yes, this is a great trick. I'm going to use it now. One more thing, Neha, like it's rapid transformation. And as you say, that sometimes people have reported leaving addictions within a matter of 3 days. So, like, how many sessions are they? How long are the sessions? How can this level of transformation take place in such a short time? This is my question.
So I've had several clients who left addiction, but not Khadija in 3 days in one session, which is a journey of 21 days, let's say. So I've had a client who came to me for smoking. For instance, we worked and went back to why the person was smoking.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's a consequence. It's an addiction like any other thing. And we went back to the root cause of why the person is smoking. And it is so fascinating how our mind works because we went back to when the person was 2 years old. One of the memories that came up was when the person was 2 years old. And the beliefs they formed around smoking when they saw somebody else smoking, and what are the beliefs that are associated with that. So, one thing that's important here to notice is every action that we take or inaction for that matter is a result of our belief system. Our reality, our behavior is all shaped by our belief systems. So with RTT, we work inside out. We change the belief and the action changes automatically. So I don't say from today you're not going to smoke or from today you're not going to gamble. No, definitely that's not what I say. We see what is making you do that and we change and twist and tweak that belief system.
Hmm.
That is not
Yes.
helping into the
Hmm.
them in the behavior.
So I have a question here, Neha. That is that sometimes they say that however your physical body is, like whatever you're doing. For instance, you might be really sad, but you start laughing, and when you start laughing, you automatically feel better and you feel
Mm.
happy. So does it also entail when it comes to RTT? Does it take in account this factor as well, the mind body connection, or is it just totally based on the belief system and altering those?
So there is definitely a mind body connection because I also work with health conditions, as I
Hmm.
mentioned. So if somebody has, so I wouldn't talk about anybody else as a client, but I had severe back issues for more than about 5 to 7 years. I couldn't walk, uh, and I was in a very bad shape. And RTT helped me tremendously there, I would say. I had been through all possible kinds of treatments, acupuncture, acupressure, yoga. I've tried everything, and finally, when I did this, it tremendously helped me because the physical symptoms, the physical health conditions are also coming from our mind. It's again belief systems, it's the mind in action. So we say the feelings that do not find their expressions in tears would make the other organs to weep.
Mhm.
And and because we've suppressed our feelings so much, we see that in the physical health conditions that we're facing, and a lot of us are going through a lot of problems, back issues, health conditions, and that's a result of suppressed emotions.
Mhm. So this is very interesting. It almost sounds like a miracle therapy, RTT, where in because in today's world with instant gratification and the social media and just at a click of a button you can do so many things. So it sounds like that, like fast forward therapy, as you say, rapid, and it rapidly transforms your journey. So have you how what is the occurrence of people coming back with the whatever they initially came for? Like,
Hmm.
how often do they come back, or are they sorted for life? This is what I want to
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I
know.
rarely have repeat clients, Khadija. Uh,
Uh,
so if somebody comes to me, I had a client who came to me for confidence issues, and he had been working with a psychologist for about 8 months before he came to me,
mm,
and there were several other problems. We did one session. That's a 2-hour therapy session that I did with them, and I didn't see him after that. And
mhm.
so he was all sorted, let's say that.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so
So,
most of the time, people, and similarly for addictions, I had a client as I worked for smoking and gambling, one session, a 21-day journey with them, because I do a 2-hour session, then I do 2 follow-up calls. I am with them, supporting them for
yes.
21 days.
So you do
And
keep getting feedback from them, that how has it gone,
yes,
and if they're reporting positive feedback, so it means it's working.
yes, absolutely. And most of the time, I don't get to see them for the same issue the next time. If they have
Yes,
something else to
yes,
deal with, then I
yes,
look into it. I had clients who've come to me for anger management and they worked on some other issue, etc. But same issue over and over again, no, because with RTT, it's
yes.
rapid transformation. We say 1 or maximum 3 sessions for a particular issue. And I have not had 3 sessions with anybody for one particular issue so
So
far.
the one thing is interesting, Neha, that while it is therapy and it does take them back in the past, and it is resolution of past issues,
Mm,
but
mm.
at the same time, what we're doing is the essence of coaching, that you are self empowering them, that they have found the solution from within themselves. And so the coaching part is there. So how much is it's called therapy, but I see the element of coaching in here as well. So how often do you feel you need to bring that in as well in your practice?
So, the idea is because the whole therapy happens under hypnosis, and they
Yes.
are talking to me for 2 hours in hypnosis most of the time.
Okay.
So, it's a conversation that happens in hypnosis. It's not just me talking or they talking, it's a conversation that happens in hypnosis. And the best part is that they are able to figure it out themselves. As you said, it's very empowering for the client to figure out, oh, I have an anger issue. I get angry on my kids. I get angry on everybody around me because of something that I started believing when I was 5 years old or 7 years old. And that
Mm.
is something that happens during the session under hypnosis. And when this come to this realization, oh, my anger issues are not because I'm 40 right now and I get angry all the time. It's coming from my past baggage. But we heal through that during the session. We break those
so
beliefs.
so
Hmm.
so a single session is for around 2 hours.
2 hours, yes.
Yes, all
So when
right,
I
all
say
right.
one session, the journey with them is when the client agrees to start working with me, I have a 45 minutes call with them to understand what are their outcomes. I give them detailed forms to fill in, several forms that I send across. Then I do a 2-hour session, and then I do 2 follow-up calls with them over a 21-day period. And a very
Yes.
important thing that I do is I give them a personalized recording to listen to after the session
Hmm.
that reinforces and strengthens the new belief systems, and that is also in hypnosis.
Yes. So I think in one of our previous conversations, I asked, but I'm sure a lot of people missed it. And if they're watching right now, they'd like to know that for most of us, we think that, hypnosis probably requires a pendulum swinging from side to side, and they slowly falling into a trance-like state.
Yeah.
And then, well, what we see on TV is that the other person has total control of them. But from our previous session with Natasha as well, who tells
Mm,
about hypnosis, this is not what happens. The person is very much aware. So
mm.
I think please share with us, because I didn't ask that last time also. How long does it take? to get into that kind of state? The hypnosis state, does it take some amount of time, or is it like very brief?
I'd say 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, all right,
That's
all
about
right.
it.
And
So,
are they able to, is it like trance or what is it? Are they able to come back themselves?
okay. So one is that a lot of my clients also have these questions about hypnosis, and it's fantastic that you're asking them so that our listeners get to know what exactly it is. Uh, Basically, it's a very heightened sense of awareness. You're more aware during hypnosis than you're aware right now. And when I say aware, the conversation that I'm having with you is at a very conscious level. But at a subconscious level, there's so much going in the background that I have no clue of. And
Hmm.
subconscious is the feeling mind. And that's what we deal with. We don't deal with the logic mind, but we deal with the feeling mind. And when they're at a subconscious level, they know what they are processing. They go back to their belief systems. And it's only with my voice that they are in hypnosis. And they can come out of it once I stop speaking. The only
Hmm.
idea is that they're not sleeping in hypnosis. They're not in that dreamland, in that fairyland. It could be a light trance, it could be a very deep trance that differs from one person to another. Uh, what is important is that they are taking suggestions in hypnosis because the subconscious mind is active. And that's
Hmm.
all that we need. So I'll give you an example. So, for instance, I say to somebody, "Oh, you're very intelligent." The first thing that comes to your mind is, oh no, I did not do that presentation correctly. I could not pass my exam in grade 10. I don't know. So many counter arguments would come in when the moment I say you're intelligent, because your mind will come up with some logical information to say, no, that's not right. But when you are in hypnosis, that doesn't happen. So the mind is open to taking suggestions, and that's what happens in hypnosis. And that's one reason that it's powerful and quick.
Hmm. So, can we say that we are in the alpha state when we are in hypnosis?
Yes, we are definitely in the alpha state. It's a very relaxed state. Sometimes people, so I tell them before I start the session, it's important to know that you're not going to be somewhere else. You will be sitting right in the room. You will hear noises from outside. You would know what I'm saying. You can hear everything. It's not that you will be in another land altogether, because that's an idea of being in hypnosis. They are very much in the room, knowing what's happening around them, and they are 100% in control, because I can't ask them to speak or do anything that is against their wish. And
Hmm.
that's very important,
Hmm.
because most of the time we don't want to go into hypnosis because we think that we lose control, which is not the case.
Hmm.
We are 100% in control even under hypnosis.
Yes, so Neha, a thought came into my mind while we were having this conversation. It's like trance music, and we see people dancing in a different way on trance music. So, does that help you relax and get into that alpha state as well? Just out of curiosity, I'm asking.
Not as part of the therapy. It might help people, but
Yes.
as I said, RTT is a therapeutic approach. So everything that we do is therapy focused. I use
Hmm.
hypnosis, but the hypnosis that I use is different from a hypnosis technique that a stage hypnotist would use. So what we
Hmm.
see is on stage, but I am not doing this for you to forget numbers or to start speaking in a certain way. I am doing this for your healing. And all the tools that we are using as part of the process is for the client to heal and make that shift in their life. So it's a little different, I'd say.
Yes, so you don't use any outside tools like music or anything
No,
like
no,
that to help them for it.
no. It's
Okay.
just my voice, whatever I'm saying, and the tools that we've learned
Uh-huh.
from the technique, and that's about it.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Neha, for giving this quick introduction to RTT. I think it's a whole world, given that, how miraculously it's able to help people in such a short span of time, and problems that, as you said, that they've been around everywhere and they couldn't find a solution to. I think I would definitely like to learn more about it, and it will probably take more time. So, any parting comments that you would like to leave our audience with?
So I'd say that a lot of clients that come to me at a deeper level, they feel that they are not enough somewhere. Most of
Mm,
us feel that we are not enough. Maybe we are not good enough, or smart enough, or intelligent enough, or beautiful enough, lovable enough, worthy enough, deserving enough. It could be just any one of these or anything else. But deep down, we all feel that we are not enough. But
mm,
the thing is, we were not born with this belief of not feeling enough. So, to all the listeners listening to me and listening to the show right now, I'd say that believe the fact that you are enough because you were born like that. And if you get a chance, mark your mirrors with I am enough, because that's a game changer. Repeat this to
mm.
yourself all the time, and you would see your life shifting magically. It has
This
changed
is
my life, it
beautiful.
has changed lives of people I worked with, and
Yes.
I am enough is a complete game changer.
Yes, beautiful. The fact that, the awareness that we were not born with this belief.
Yeah.
All these limiting beliefs were instilled in us by, probably parents being protective and, out of good intentions of people and environment around us. Probably because of that,
Right.
sometimes it's out of the goodness as well, and it's not just because somebody was criticizing us.
Hmm.
So um, either ways we ended up believing that we are not enough, and
Absolutely.
the fact is that we are.
We
Thank
are.
you
That's how
so
we were
much,
born. That's how we are
Neha.
born.
Yes,
So, and we can reactivate that feeling because we were
yes,
born with it. It's not something new. The mind already knows that. Uh,
yes.
so, because, Khadija, when we are in the womb, for instance, everything is available to us, right? 24/7. You
Mm,
need food, you need water, everything is there for you. And we believe
mm,
that we are deserving of this, we are worthy of this. And, when you are a baby, you know that when I cry, somebody is going to feed me, take care of me,
mm,
because of this belief that you are enough, you are lovable enough, you are worthy enough of that love and care and affection. But growing up in our early childhood, this is done otherwise. We learn otherwise. And so I'd say go back to this belief and start feeling enough, because you are enough.
absolutely. Thank you so much. So our beliefs shape our reality.
Absolutely.
This is my key takeaway, and I'm going to use the trick definitely. When I'm nervous, I'm going to tell myself I'm very excited.
And
So
you can
thank
keep
you for,
repeating it.
yes. So thank you for leaving us with these golden nuggets. And wish if anybody who is watching has some questions, because I know a lot of people watch on their own time, and there are few who watch it live. So please feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and I or Neha will get back to them. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here, Neha. Have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you so much, Khadija. It was lovely being here. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.